Everybody, and welcome back to another video. And just as a brief disclaimer before I get started with the actual content, which is that I am currently sick as we're recording this, so I apologize if my voice sounds funny. But getting back on topic, today I'm going to showcase what is on my Mac, because I haven't done one of those videos since March 2021, and that was back when I was using my 2010 MacBook Pro. And so obviously things have changed a lot since then. So first of all, what Mac this is, that this right here is a MacBook Pro. It's a late 2023 variant that runs macOS Sequoia. I'll probably update this Tahoe sometime. But first of all, just establishing what's on my dock. So right here I have a rainbow dock, which is basically where I arrange the apps by what color they are into a little rainbow of sorts. And so I'll now show you what apps I use. I use Finder obviously quite a bit. Launchpad I don't really use that much just because all the apps I have are on my dock. But going through, here's some other apps I have. GoFan I use for my school's game tickets. And then Firefox and Google Chrome. I actually use Google Chrome to upload my podcast because I can easily sign into different Google accounts with that. And then that's really all I have. Obviously, I don't use Image Playground. And then this right here is just all the other stuff that I don't really ever use any of this stuff. So there's that. But then this right here is Final Cut Pro, which I used at all my videos, including this very video we're watching. Google Chrome, I already said what I use it for. Photos, I use it occasionally to change my Mac's wallpaper, but otherwise I don't really use it. Reminders, never use. Calendar, never use, because all I usually need to look at is a date. And even if I do use it, it's without my phone or my iPad. Photo booth, never really use. Music, I only use the music app because the audio files from my podcast episodes export to the music app, so that's the only time I ever use it. Dictionary, I use very, very rarely. Books, never use. Pages, I use this to script my videos that are scripted, which is not this one. Home, I never use. Notes, I use quite a bit because I have this open whenever I'm recording my podcast to remember my topics. Maps, I like to browse for maps on all my devices, so I use that quite a bit. Numbers, I don't really use. Messages, I obviously use that quite a bit. I don't really FaceTime on my Mac, so I don't use it. Weather, typically I check weather on my iPad or my Apple Watch, so I don't really use weather app on my Mac. App Store, I hardly use. Sephora, I obviously use all the time to surf the web and upload my videos. Mail, I sometimes use on this computer. Keynote, I scarcely use on this computer. Preview, I very rarely use. Show them some PDFs. Discord, I use very frequently because the calls I make for my podcast, which is linkable in the description, those are on Discord. iMovie, I used to use this to add my videos all the time. Now that I have Final Cut Pro, I don't really use iMovie. Podcast app, I don't really use. OBS, I use to record my podcast. QuickTime Player, I only really use it for screen recordings because I find it works better than OBS for a short screen recording. So, and I'm actually using QuickTime Player right now. Clock app, I don't really use on this Mac. Apple TV app, I never really use on this Mac. Contacts, never really use. Occasionally use Calculator, but not really. The only time I ever use image capture is when I need to import photos from devices that don't support AirDrop. And then I'll plug them in and connect them that way and import photos. Just some settings I occasionally use. And then a trash can, I obviously use this quite a bit. Then this right here, this YouTube media folder, which contains all the music I use. I don't really use music that much. And then this right here contains that on the top right is the image that I use to censor various stuff. TIFP is what I used. This is the folder that contains everything I need to edit my podcast. Then I can't go into family events. That's just from personal projects I'm working on, so I obviously can't show it on YouTube. And yeah, it's really all that's on my Mac. So as always, thank you all for watching this video. I'm the iTunes Family. Peace out.